you tend to not see this until you're in geometry, but it's good that they're giving you this refresher here. Can you tell me what this is called if you go out from the center to the edge of the circle?
Radius.
It is the radius, okay? And what if I connect another radius? What is this whole length called? We'll call it,
Diameter.
it's the diameter, okay? And if you do a walk around the circle, what is that called?
Circumference.
Circumference. And this part inside?
Area.
Area. All right. Well, I guess the lesson's over. You know everything. um, do you have any? Can you tell me? Give me a little more information about what you're struggling with then with circles.
um, During the test, I kind of blanked out on how to do area for circles.
Okay. All right. Got it. So let's work on some basic questions that you already probably know the answers to. So let's say the radius is 10 meters. What is the diameter?
20 meters.
20 meters. Perfect. What is the area? Now, before you answer, do you remember the area formula for a circle?
Something with pi.
Pi times the radius squared. So this is a formula that you have to remember. You'll see me boxing those in when we have a problem like this. So like you have to remember certain things in life. You have to remember like your address, your phone number. How do you remember stuff that's important?
Do it again.
Write it down, say it out loud, ask someone to quiz you, any of those things, right? You've got to commit this to memory. You cannot be successful at this unless you know this. Now, as a math student, it's good to write it down each time you use it, even if you know it. It just helps with memory. Okay. So if you were asked to find the area of this circle, I would want you to write pi r squared, and pi is a Greek letter, which isn't important here, but it's kind of like two vertical lines, little thing on top. You are substituting for the radius. So it's pi times 10 squared like this. Okay, now whenever you substitute in for a number, it's good to do it in parentheses. Order of operations tells you to do the exponent before you multiply. So this would be 100 pi. And this is your exact answer, but it's missing something very important. Do you know what this is missing?
Squared.
Meters squared. Okay. Now the next thing they might ask you to do is the approximation. Do you remember what pi approximates to?
3.14.
Yeah. So they might ask you to take 100 and multiply by 3.14. Can you tell me what that is? So if you're allowed to use a calculator, I would encourage you to have one with you during the lesson. If you're not, just tell me. You want to replicate whatever you're allowed to do in the class.
Okay. We can't use calculators.
You cannot. Okay, that's okay. That's good to know. So you take when you multiply by 100, you're going to move this decimal the here to the right 2 places.
Oh, okay.
So this ends up being 314. But what are the units?
Meter squared.
Meters squared. And that's the approximation. Okay. And you may wonder why. You may be like, well, why is pi exact, but 314 is not? That's not, we can talk about that, but that's not really important. But just know that there's the exact tends to have pi in it. The approximation does not. Okay. Any questions on area?
Right now, no.
Okay. So let's do another one here. Let's try and make this not too bad here. Let's say the circle has a diameter equal to 12 inches. What is the area?
6 times pi.
Okay, so before you jump in, tell me what the radius is.
12 or 6.
How did you get that? Tell me what you did to the diameter.
Divide 12 by 2.
Perfect. Got to have the units there. What is the formula for area?
Area equals pi times radius squared.
Good. So I would, in terms of like memorizing stuff, definitely write that down. So it's pi times 6 squared, which is 36 pi. What are the units that go with it?
Did we get units?
Yes, inches.
Oh, okay. Inches squared.
inches squared. Okay. All right. So now, just to be clear here, if I were grading this question, and when I ask you to work out a problem, I'm asking you to give me like the final answer. And you're welcome to, work through it and ask me questions, of course, but like I want you to give me this full answer, 36 pi inches squared. Like I want you to fully work through it. Okay. So let me
Okay.
give you another problem to work on. Unless you need a moment do you have this kind of look through the steps, the conversion, you
Yeah.
got the formula? Good. All right. Again, I'll send you the notes at the end. Okay. So a circle has a radius of 4 centimeters. What is the area?
Okay.
So take a moment, work this out if you're willing to, or if you need to, I can help, but give me the final answer whenever you are ready for that.
Got it. Uh, 12.56 squared
So
or
12.5,
centimeter squared.
like this.
Yeah,
Is this exact or is this an approximation?
this is exact.
Okay. So let's go back and take a look at a previous problem real quick. Okay. The exact answer has a pi in it almost always. Does
Oh,
your answer
okay.
have pi in it?
No.
It looks like you gave me an approximation. Okay. So let's work this out a little bit
Oh,
more together.
okay.
So the radius is 4 centimeters. What is the area for circle? What is that formula again?
Pi times radius squared.
Okay. What is the radius in your problem?
4.
So it's pi times 4 squared. Tell me what 4 squared is. What is 4 to the power of
Oh,
2?
I forgot to do that part. 16.
16. Now the preference, a lot of preferences in math is to put the number before the pi. Okay. And then what are the units of area?
The units, centimeter squared.
Very good. So this is what I was looking for. I would have
Oh,
also taken, if you had multiplied 16 times 3.14, that would have also been okay for me. Now, what are you using for a calculator? Because you clearly used one there, or you just did it real quick in your head. I'm
oh,
not
I,
sure.
I wrote it down.
Oh, you did? Oh, fantastic. I think that's awesome. Because I don't want to emphasize that too much, I'm looking for the exact answer here. So let's try another one here. Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
Great. A circle has a diameter of, let's go 26 millimeters. What is the area?
Okay. 9, 3, 1, 9, 6.
And if you have questions, please ask. Definitely want to hear what you're struggling with or what you're not sure about.
9, 18, 27, 36, 6, 3, 4, 8, 12, 6, 24. 24 plus 3, 27, 1, 4, 6, 9, 6, 1, 9, 18, 27, carry the 2, 6 and 3, 6, 12, 18, 18 plus 2, 20, 0, carry 2, 3 plus 2 is 5.
I hear that maybe you're doing in the approximation. I would like the exact. The
Oh,
exact here. Yeah.
Okay.
Meaning it's going to have some number, pi, and then some unit.
Okay, so that would be 6. Oh, so 13 pi or pi radius pi 13 squared.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So I'm finally hearing some really, really good stuff here. So the radius is 13 millimeters. And the area of the circle you just gave me, pi r squared, pi times 13 squared is What is 13 squared? Can you tell me that?
13 squared is 169.
169 pi millimeters squared. This is what I'm looking for.
Okay.
I want the answer, the exact answer there. And I'm sorry, it's Luis, is that right?
Oh, Lewis, but I'm fine
Lewis,
with any
Lewis, Lewis.
nicknames. I thought
I
40 Jim.
apologize. I apologize, Lewis. It's Lewis. Your name is Lewis, and I apologize if I called you by something else to start the lesson. I really forgive me. Lewis. Thank you.
No worries.
Okay.
I'm called
Uh,
40 different nicknames.
no, that's not. Your name's very important. I value that. Okay. So I did notice something there. We're going to now move to circumference. Okay. So the circumference formula. Do you remember it from class at all, Lewis?
Pi times diameter.
That is one formula. Do you remember any of the others?
No.
2 pi r.
Oh,
Okay. And the reason that works is because the diameter is 2 times the radius. Do you agree with that?
yeah.
Yeah. So let's find the diameter. Let's say it's got a diameter of 13 meters. What is the circumference?
Um,
Pi times what number?
2r or diameter or
What is the diameter in this problem?
13.
13. Very good. So it's 13 pi. And what are the units of of circumference, if you know?
Meters.
Meters. Yeah, because the circumference is like a walk around. It's like literally like you walking all the way around. If someone asks you how far you walked, you say, I walked all the way around. Meters are correct there. Now, what is the radius of this circle?
Oh, 6.5.
6.5. What are the units?
Meters.
Meters.
Oh,
Now,
no, no,
first,
no.
yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Now, what's really interesting is like most of your math problems never have units, but all of a sudden with circles, you have units all over the place. And you're doing great. So now let's use this other formula. 2 times pi times radius.
Okay.
Now, you can multiply the numbers. Like the order doesn't matter when you're multiplying. What is 2 times 6.5?
13.
So do you see how you get the same answer?
Yeah.
So if you're given the diameter, you should use the diameter formula. If you're given the radius, you should use the radius formula. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's look at a new circle here. And I want you to find first the circumference. Let's say the radius is 2 yards.
Okay.
The circumference is pi times diameter, or it's 2 pi r. And I want the exact answer. No calculator, no calculations needed. Just give me the exact answer with pi.
Oh, for 4 or pi 4.
Okay, 4 pi. Anything else?
2
No,
pi 2.
what I was asking for is the units.
Oh, yards.
Yes. Okay, and then, yeah, if you do the other one, it's 2 times pi times 2, which is 4 pi yards as well. Good. What is the area formula again?
Area equals pi radius times squared.
Perfect. Okay, can you calculate this for me?
Area. Okay. Radius. Oh, do you want exact?
Yes, always exact.
Pi squared. Pi 2 squared.
And what does that simplify to?
Uh, like, what's the approximate or?
Well, you can reduce a number to an exponent.
Oh, sorry. Pi 4.
4 pi. Yeah, the number comes before the pi. I know
Oh,
it's kind of odd because the letters come after the pi, but the numbers come before the pi, right?
oh,
Like the next, see how the 2 comes before the pi?
yeah.
I don't make these rules up. What are the formulas for what's the units for area? Units for area.
Is that also meters?
This one's in yards.
Okay.
Yards
Yards
squared.
squared.
Squared. So see how you get the same numerical for the circumference and the area, but one's yards squared?
Yeah,
You have to be very careful there.
got it.
Okay, let's try another one here. Okay, a circle has a diameter of 6 miles. What is the circumference? What is the area? Is it clear what I'm asking for here?
Yes.
All right.
So the approximate would be, or
The
sorry,
exact. Yep.
exact would be uh circumference equals 6 pi
Anything else you want to say about that?
meters squared,
What's
or
the
meters
units?
meters.
I know this is in miles.
Oh, miles, sorry.
Miles. Okay. Okay. What about the area?
Um uh uh what's the diameter? 6. Okay, so 3 pi squared.
So here's what you said. Is that what you meant?
Diameter. Yeah.
Okay. So first start with the formula for area of a circle. What is that again?
Area equals pi radius squared.
Yes. Okay. And I get the feeling maybe you're not writing this down. If you're not, I would recommend writing it down each time.
Oh,
It's okay if you are. I can't, obviously I can't see what you're doing, but it would be good. What is the radius in this problem?
3.
3 miles. Yeah. So what number goes in for R?
3.
Okay.
Oh, I keep forgetting to do the exponent.
Yeah.
Pi, not, or 9 pi
9 pi. What are the units of area if it's in miles?
miles
Anything else?
squared.
Yeah. Okay, so just to kind of summarize here, so the couple formulas, the diameter is 2 times the radius. The circumference is pi times diameter, or 2 pi r. Area is pi r squared. And then in terms of units, your measurement and then units here. So if it's a length, and a length could be like a radius, a diameter, or a circumference. Those are all in just the units. Like whatever the units are, that's what it is. So if it's in meters, it's in meters. But when it's in area, it's always units squared. So it's the area that's the only one that's a little bit different. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so that kind of summarizes what we did here. I want to real quick just do some simplifying problems with you. I want you to simplify the following. 4 plus 2 to the power of 2.
Oh, 4 plus 4 equals 8.
Good. Let's try another one here. 3 minus 1 squared.
2.
Good. 10 minus 2 times 3 plus 5.
Oh, 10 minus, would you multiply 2 plus, or multiply 2 and 8?
What? Yeah. So there's an intermediate step here where you do,
Parentheses.
yeah, you do the parentheses first is what I was gonna get to. You when you're simplifying, you go this direction, which means you do
Oh,
parentheses first. Yeah. Excuse me. Do you have an answer for me on this?
10 minus 6, negative 6.
Yes. Good. Okay. Let's try another one here. 1 squared minus 3 times 2 divided by 4.
So 2 times 2, 4 divided by 1.
What is your final answer?
1.
You're
Oh,
close.
sorry. No. I messed up there. 0.
It's not 0.
Okay.
Tell me what you're doing because you're going so fast that I'm sure there's a lot of things going on. Tell me in words like
So
Matt. Go ahead.
I was subtracting, what do you call it? 1 minus 3 because 1 squared is just 1.
Okay. What is 1 minus 3?
Uh, -2.
Okay. So
And
that's 2 times -2 over 4.
times -2. Okay. Because I was okay. So -4 divided by 4.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, -1.
Good. Real good. Okay. Good job here. I'm going to stop the recording here and